Welcome back to Timberborn. My name is Nilaus, and we are here with another episode. I know it's been a while, but there is a lot to cover here. And what we have now is we have a drought coming up, and as the drought comes up, all of these water wheels will stop working. And when they stop working, we're going to have to rely exclusively on these ones, and that's not going to be enough. Of course, we can turn off all of our number crunching, but it's still going to be a little bit of a problem. We do need to build some kind of reservoir up here, so that's my objective for today and what we're going to be working on. Just kind of drawing it in here. Basically, I want one more water wheel, and then I want a line of water wheel this way. And then I want to drag the water coming out here, all the way down here, into a big reservoir of sorts. I don't know. Maybe I just overthought it a bit. And we definitely need to... Oh, here's another little always challenge. We want to make sure that as the water flows, it can still flow through here, even when I'm building the other stuff. So what first I need to do is I need to leave this one here. That's going to be my barrier. And I'm going to do this part. This will be just taking out this here. Then I will try to make this work. And that also means we absolutely must be able to get, since I'm going to make one more of those. And let's start with that. So if you're enjoying it, be sure to hit that like button, because I very much appreciate it. And it is kind of how why this series has been going on for as long as it has, because you guys have so graciously supported it. And I'm also having fun. Of course, that also goes without saying that I have to have fun playing with. But there can only be sort of so much of just fun. We also have to make sure that there's an interest. Let's see. And here I will now... So what I'd like to do is immediately funnel everything over that way, but that's obviously not going to work. So I'm going to have to leave some water coming in here. Now the drought has started, so it's not really a big deal. This is going to be here, this is going to be here, and then I will have a line that's probably going to take this out, yes, and then make more of this line here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that's going to be it. And that will be another it. And this will be, we will have more water wheels coming. And that also kind of means we need to kill this water wheel part. Yes. And replace it with, I guess we're working with these now. And another water wheel here. I mean, they're not generating that much power, but hey, it's everything counts. That one, and then that one. Yes, and then this will turn around at some point. We'll also have to figure out a way to get this. So I'm thinking the water will go this way around, and then I'll have a nice reservoir that's sort of embedded in this area, which will then sort of lead into this line as it progresses. Good. Well, let's start blowing up this part so we get a little bit more of a sense of it. Definitely want to have the reservoir here in this level so it flows directly in. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have. Okay, this is gonna be confusing, but we'll need to knock some of this out. And then. Yeah, how many water wheels do we have? They count 5 each. So the next one would be like here, for example. And then it would be here. And then it would be here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it would be at this point. Yeah, that's probably as far out as we can make it. Yes, that seems good. Then... Okay, now things are drying up. Oh, I forgot something super important. Oh no, I just had to pause because this part, these ones are taking a silly amount of power. And we are now working on exclusively on this and set. There. Now we can also build. It's funny how I can't make this one because I have this log just here. Can I delete this? Yes, I can delete this. Good. And then I can build that little thing here. Come on, chop it down. There. Once this is done, I can also build 3 more of the machines. Those machines are, I don't know, they feel a little bit too good, to be honest, because they are very, very valuable. Cool. Right, let me blow this up and then move on with a little more of the design here. And so the drought ended, and we are just a little bit further. I'm digging this canal here. There we go. So now the canal is in the right sort of distance. Then the next part is up here on, this is going to be a little bit confusing because I actually have to nuke this down, which is not going to be easy though. I don't really know how I'm going to do that, but actually I do know that I need to do that now. That's kind of sad. So I think I have to build this here instead, and then that will be a temporary thing despite everything. And then let's see. So here I have one attachment, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that will be over on this one. That's great. So I'm going to be building. This will be for carrying the what's it called? The power line, power shaft, all the way over there. It's going to carry the power shaft. That is good-ish. The one thing I'm kind of not liking is the fact that I am planning to put my water wheel here, which means there is no way for me to go like that way, for example. And that's also been blocked off here, which is also kind of annoying. I would like to be able to go in here and in there, but I don't think that's a feasible way. But I could make it so that I can go across here. I think that's way more important than anything else. Well, it's important, all right. Then, yeah, I just think this is how I want to get it established, because I'm gonna have to tear down a lot of stuff, and at least if I have one way to get in there, that's gonna be a little more helpful. You are probably not gonna be there anymore. Anyway, let's go over on this side. That will be... Ooh, then that's actually going to be here. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and next one. And the question is, do I want one more? That's going to be... No, that's going to be 4. 4 will be fine. And that means this has to go out. And then that also has to go out as well. And we'll make another shaft in here. And then... Why did I build them in the wrong place? I don't know. There and there, and then I'll take these out, and those will be, oops, that still will be the locations where I will build. So I can go in here and then build all of this. Yes. And then I can actually start just destroying some of the stuff I have here. I guess this will have to be built, and I guess I'll also just lead this one on top, just because, all the way over. Don't think I want... I mean, it is 5 more here. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what happens after this. So that means I will have 8 more wheels here. That's good. And then... No, because I then need somewhere where the wheels can come... where the water can come into this area. So that'll be 1, 2, and then... Oh my god, this is complicated. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. So the idea is you'll be placed here, and then I'll have 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, to bring it in. Yes, there. And then that'll be the shallow location, and then I probably want to make a deeper one over here, but let's see if we can even get that far. But I'll start by making a shallow build here. That will be, I think I'll take this out. And what I mean by shallow, I mean that it has to be, let's see, it has to be in the same height, but a little bit higher, I guess. Yes, so it has to be a little bit higher to really to keep it in. And then the idea is I want to have, where we have it, these triple slot gates. I'll have some triple slot gates, I don't know, down here to keep the water from this basin going into the water wheels and into the water wheels. And that's sort of going to be the whole process of it, I hope. But as you can see, there's a lot of work to be done up here. I can also start cutting things off at this point, because why not? Let's see, that's not great, but I'll do this one. There, so that's gonna cut that off. I think it's also time to just kill this idea of having this pit of water. I mean, it's gonna dry out eventually, but it's gonna take a very long time. Anything that's down here will also have to be blown up. Like anything down here, also blow upable. There. So now that just has to be blown up, and all this being built so that we can just get started on building the water wheels. So checking in a little bit further, I think we're starting to get a little bit of structure, and I got another good idea. As always getting more good ideas. Let's see if they actually turn out to be good ideas or not, but we have them here. This is another little issue, isn't it? Yeah, those actually need to be blown up as well, just not as rapidly. Okay, well, it's a good idea, but it's a little bit of an overwhelmingly good idea, because I just realized that I could have the water flow down here, go into a basin here, which isn't actually going to be very big, but I will be able to make it bigger later on here, and then it's actually going to be really small. I guess we're doing something different now. It keeps changing. I am now thinking I want, on this path here, I want water wheels, and then I actually want water wheels here, and I want water wheels here, so that water comes in here, and then it goes water wheels, water wheels, water wheels, and so on. I think that would be cool, and I think it's doable. So it means that we'll need to, now I just got another good idea. That means we need to kill this row as well, as far as I can tell, because we need to build water wheels there as well. Wow. But the idea down here is that this will be a water wheel base. So I think we start by making that feasible and then take it from there. Slowly it's becoming kind of more of a canal system. I think it looks very nice. Let's blow this up. So we'll now have this canal system working. I don't think you belong there, but I'm not really sure. Let's try and make at least those points over on the other side, just to see if we can, just to get a sense of where they're going to be put in. This will be up here. So I love these kind of mega projects. Like, they are always super fun to just figure out how to get things done, and just how to not break everything in your base while you're building it. Because that's kind of, honestly, the hardest part about this game is not breaking things while you're fixing something else. And let's get this over here. That means we can now delete this part. And then I can build more water wheels on this side here. There we go. And then we'll need to come around this corner to get in. And I kind of think that I'm... Well, let's also just line up these corners a little better. And that's done. So the water will flow from here down there and through this canal over here, which means all of this has to go away, all of this has to go away, and not until I get all of this done can I remove this part here, because that's kind of also important. I will also be building on this side, I'll be building another line of yeah, you know, let's actually just get it done. Let's just get this done, because it's never gonna get there'll never be a good time for these kind of things. So they'll have something to do. There, that needs to be blown up. Thank you. Then I need to build, let's build it from here and then in. Good. Then I need to bring, why not bring it up there? And then this, As much as I'd like it, it's not going to be a walking path right now. Well, it's going to be a walking path right now, but it won't continue to be a walking path. Because it'll have all sorts of other issues. That is actually way too high, isn't it? It's higher on one side. It's higher on one side than it's on the other. Nice. So that's going to save us a little bit of trouble here. Take this out. Thank you. Done. Oops. Also took out a few roads. Yeah. Okay. These will eventually work. I will need to punch through this side here as well. I'll need to go... This needs to be done. Yep. And that will be the first of the water wheels. So I can definitely make this part be sort of a path over here. Because we do need to be able to walk around here somehow. Eventually, I think I need to bring it one out because there will be something here. But look, it's working. It's working. Let's get a little bit further ahead so we can get those things working. And let's see, this will be fine. It'll only be this part that I need to take out. Cool. And coming up on another drought here, and we are just working our way. And now we soon have the entire flow through all of this, and we can now remove all of these. Oh, this is actually good thing I didn't remove this yet, because that would have been a little bit of a disaster, because the water flows here and actually flows backwards, and then if this corner has not been done, then it would just flow off the map. That would be a little bit of a disaster. This, though, is also a little bit of a disaster. I knew there was going to be a problem eventually, but, well, that eventually is actually right now. And we are going to need to blow this up. And, yeah, I think I also need to blow the other one up. There. And there. And then get some explosives. And I think I need to start from this too far away. Yeah, of course it's too far away. Kind of obvious, but it won't be too far away if I build this. Are you also too far away? Because this is not... Oh, right. Okay, well, never mind. Never mind, then I build it here. That's not too far away. Then I can go in and build this, and so on and so forth. Yeah. This can't be deleted yet. What I'm also starting to work on is this part here. And this is for like the big reservoir. And you have done everything you can. So just take that out. Demolish building. Just wanted to clear out something here. And down here we are now going to make a, not an excavator, but there. This station. Let's get that done quickly. Then I am going to import dirt. I think I have a dirt storage somewhere here. Yeah, we have dirt storage here. Okay, so we can import dirt into this one. I need it for the mud bath. We are just not at all doing anything related to the beavers this time around. That one has to be built. Eventually it will. There's a long run here because these two are getting built. Once they're built, then I can actually start on the next part. Let me just chuck out this part here. Then I can make the water wheel over here. I will also make, like, I want to make this water wheel, and then I want to make a water wheel here, and I want to make a water wheel here, and so on and so forth. But they are kind of going to come in later. That one has to be blown up first. It's a little bit weird that I have to do this in sequence, but otherwise I cannot reach. If I blow both of them up, I can't reach the one out here. So I have to blow this one up, then the next, then the next, then the next. Good. And this can't be done until I have cleaned out this entire area, which should not be too long from now. Once this is done, it's going to be a little bit expensive. Metal blocks. Do we not have metal blocks in this district? Let me just see. Oh, we have tons of metal blocks, so get on with it. Build the metal blocks. It's just that it did... Oh, it's going to do the treated planks first. How are the magic planks? Magic planks are also fine. No problems at all. Things are looking pretty good over here, except for the fact that I forgot to, between the last two droughts, I forgot to turn on my my towers or turn on my science production. So we're kind of low on science. Power is working fine with all of this going. So with only 2 days left, I can maybe do this and then try to see if they can keep up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay, now almost. One can support 3. So it is time for us to just look at this one. We now have a path in here. and the water can flow all the way through without falling down any weird places, that means we can now build these here. That one, and that one, and that one. I can't build the last ones yet because then there's a chance that these get blocked off. So we need to build this. Also, the next big project will be down here where we'll be going, let's see, from all over here. Just trying to build this one, and then we'll need to blow up this area. This will be one giant water tank that will then be responsible for pumping in to this basin here. What I also want to do is make, can I do that? I can control these like this. Unfortunately, I won't be able to build the middle one. Well, I will be able to build the middle one. I just have to build it first. There. So like this, then I can build the middle one, and then I can take it out and build that. The reason why I want this is because I want to be able to control whether it goes into the basin or it goes straight forward here. And is this done? Yes, it is. So it is time for us to open. Since there's only one day left between this, then it is time for us to open, and open. Now we will get the proper flow. I will now be hooking up this part, and I'll be hooking up. Let's first get this line and that line, and then this one on top, and then just crank up the priority because I want this done. That will add these 8, 9 actually to the whole grid. That means when the water starts flowing in less than a day, it will both be able to flow in here, which it shouldn't, but it'll also flow the other way, which means I kind of forgot something that's kind of important. That is, it is time for us to, let's see, let's build it this way. Kill this one, kill this one. This will also have to be super high priority. There we go. Because that will block off the flow going directly. That means it forces the flow down this path, forces it this path. Let's make these just go to 0. Force in here and then go through. Yes. And priority wise, looks good. Looks like we have the right things prioritized. I think I want this prioritized as well so that we can turn it off. There we go, 0.6 days left. And we have pretty much what we want here. Yeah, I can't see what else is missing. This part is a little bit troublesome, I guess, because they are... Why are they not able to build it? Can't get all the required materials. Is that because it's empty? It is empty. Okay, and why is it empty? That must be because of here. You are importing dirt, yes. What about you? Are you exporting dirt? Yes. No, you're not exporting dirt. You also don't really have any. So that's kind of why. Maybe I should just make another dirt farmer in thing here, or another one excavator, because it's kind of a lot we need here. On the other hand, we can also just go... This one is working, and it's working fine. It'll get this done, and once this is done, maybe we'll get... let's make an excavator. It's not that expensive, right? It's not that expensive. We can build it here. Wouldn't that be a nice location to build it? I'm just kind of thinking where... This is a great location, I think. Probably going to regret that. Yeah, I'm already regretting it. I want to make it so that it's not part of the network here, or not part of... Yeah, we'll just build it right there. There we go. Get a ladder up because that's important. There we go. So, oh, shoot. Yeah, that's not happening. Huh. Why? Because we don't have any power at that location. So it needs to be somewhere where we actually have power. Or we need to bring power over, which we could from here-ish. I can bring it over here and then bring it... Yeah, okay, I'm going to build it here. Things are looking pretty well by now. We are starting to just... Well, we're not starting. We are continuing to work on this. And I guess stuff is coming into the next large water wheel. So once that's done, we can build the next one. It'll be pretty nice. We are also starting to work on this giant reservoir as well. We have our new excavator up and running, and that should be coming in here. I'm pretty sure that someone will, yes, get lost in there. That's absolutely sure that they will. That is really not how I wanted it to be done. But I guess that's... I guess that's a problem. I guess that's a problem. And I might as well do this one, because they will be lost over there at some point. The idea would be that they would start making... Let's see. This would be the first priority. There. Because I really don't want them to build in here. They should be going up and building it on from the top and down. Doesn't really matter. When we are over here, I'm going to be building a cross path, I guess, to this location so that we can keep boxing this one in. As soon as this one is boxed in, well, yeah, I can't really let the water in until we also have all the explosives done. And that's going to take a little bit of effort in this area as well. So let's just fast forward a little bit so we can get a little more done of this part. And another check-in. We are now in a position where we've actually closed off this area. Well, very, very soon. And that means it is... Oh, come on. You could have built it, couldn't you? Okay, you're coming over to build it. There we go. That means I now have a unique opportunity to do something stupid. That's always what we want, right? So what I want to do, yeah, I am going to build over here. First of all, I think I need this one a little bit higher up. I want to make sure that I can control whether the water flows over here without a buffer tank or it flows down here with a buffer tank. And that I should control that with some floodgates, triple floodgates. So that means I need to be able to take these three out. And lo and behold, I am actually going to blow this up. Yeah, I am. That one. But these have to be built first. Oh, that's a really long way over there. That one should be the highest priority, please. Okay, so that means this is going to get done. You can also see here. And since we are using quite a lot of logs for all these water wheels, then I think I want to continue using this material, the dirt, for this part here. They can get 2 up, no problem. And then I can get that one and that one. And then over from this side, I can also get a little more. And this can then be built by these here, but I can't allow this to go in because that's going to be a, what is it called? A district intersection. We can't have those. No district intersections right now. Okay, so this is built. I do want to make sure that I have this one so they can go around. And here we go. This is going to be, now we have problems. No problems at all. Okay, cool. No problems. That one, that one, that one. They will be built here. There. So once they're built, the reason why I'm building this one in the middle first is because let me think about how that's actually going to work. Is that actually... I need this one done first. Yeah. And once it's done, then it starts flowing down here. There you go. Blow up. And then it fills up with water. That's okay. That's kind of what we had anticipated. And then I will just need to build that lock. But I don't want to blow anything up yet. I could blow this one up on the outside here. That's going to be high priority. And this one's going to be super high priority. There you go. This one will continue to work as it is. This here, I don't know. It's kind of going to get into trouble soon. But hey, as long as it works, as long as it does something, it's going to be fine. We want to make this sure this gets working. Funny how it went all the way around. Weird. Okay, that, blow it up and replace with here. And that's going to be slightly less priority. But I need this one only when this triple floodgate is done. Then I can get the other one, because the other one has to come be built from the other side, and then I can blow this up as well. Okay, this is going to be interesting to see how that works. We're still working on this part, still working on this part. That's all of it is good. So let's get this one done. Okay, so the first one is done. We can now explode the other one. We can then make it go down here. That's going to be super high priority. This one is higher priority than anything else. I can also just blow this one up and blow this one up, and then continue on our endeavor to build these. They will also be high priority. And after that, we are just going to get more explosives down here. We just basically need to explode the whole thing until we get down to this ground level that they are already at. Good. That is pretty good progress. Oh, there we go, that one. And then this will be now super important. That will be the highest priority of all highest priority. And these two. Okay, so these two will now be the highest priority. Actually, it didn't really matter. It just filled up this buffer, and then it still keeps flowing. But Yeah, because it's not really flowing out here yet, because I am trying to mitigate. So it wasn't actually that big of a deal. Things are getting closer, but as you can also see, we're not quite ready to just unleash everything here. We're getting the stuff we want. We have now most of those wheels. This one has just come online, and of course, since there's only one, then it will be slow because they're kind of trying to avoid. You're gonna. Oh wow, this is actually working quite well. This is already getting the planks, so it is really the wood coming in that's holding us up. Yep, we got a lot of builders. So 70, and there's another water wheel. So we just need 2 more water wheels for this part. Then there is one more thing that we don't have, and that's the idea here is that I will, let's see, here we'll unlock the deep mechanical pump, and this will be sort of sitting on this ledge and pumping. Of course, it doesn't work right now, but it will be pumping here, and I'll have several of those. But I'm going to need to get some power in there. So the power could either be here, don't like that, or it could come from over here. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. And then I'll have to go here, and then in, and then just build as many as we think we want. They cost 700 700 horsepower, so you need to have 3 of these going just to fill one, but one cannot support 3. So this is why we have such a long chain that we can hopefully compensate by the very expensive part of it. That's going to be the next part, but we can a little bit prepare for it, can we? I guess, yeah. Let's prepare a little bit for this one by getting. Yeah, I think I want to get it up here. And then across. And this is completely useless now. This part here. And that's the drought that started. That's also super important. Disable immediately. And disable. There, I have not a lot of power. What? That's a little bit problematic. Oops. There you go. That should be enough power, right? Yes, but that means we can still keep 2 of these online. Maybe, just maybe, I have a little bit too many of them. Like, why would I even want this one? Don't care. They're farming fast enough. This one, it's fine. Don't care. This one, probably not. Don't care. This one, yeah, there's no one there. Actually, that's just haulers and stuff. All right. There. Okay, I don't really think I need it for anything, but we now have it, and at this point we would be sort of reversing the flow and feeding it from this reservoir back in here. We'll actually try to do that all the time. There should be like an extra reservoir so it doesn't pump straight in here, but that's kind of not really something we had room for. So, well, we can try what we can get out of it. There, I will be just taking this and go up and go down, and I guess that also means one more. There, and since I can walk underneath it, that should not be a problem. I can go over here, can I? Yes. So this is still reachable. Good. So this is reachable. Now all I need to do is just explode some more. Oh, look at that. We actually completed all of this. Wow, that's that was a lot faster than I had thought. So even though it is still during the drought, it is actually time for us to merge the 2 basins here. There we go. Ah, man, the water mechanics in this game are just absolutely amazing. There we go. And I will be doing this. Of course, at the end, I'll be removing all of this line down here, but we'll figure that out as well. So they are coming in, building all this. I'm actually drawing stuff from my home base instead of drawing stuff from here. Actually interesting that, this water we have down here is not enough cannot sort of seep through and get these seedlings happy. Oh well, that's just what it is. Still 3.7 days. I've had to build a little more here just because it is still a little bit of a strain. Let's have a look at our consumption. 10,800 and versus 11,000 consumption. And this, if we look at it, It's looking pretty good. We have a little bit left here. If we get the last 3, then I think we're actually just good to go. And then we can start working on the next part. Let's get all of these done. And let's see. Here we are. It's time to blow it up. There we go. That's great. And now we just need the last bit. And of course, we still have the issue of these inbounds here. They will be done, and then all we need now is just explode the rest of it. Let's get here. Oh, we're not actually done yet. Wow. There is... Oh, hold on. Am I missing something? Let's see. This is 1, 2... How do I calculate this easily? Let's do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the deal. That's how much we want, because that's the maximum height of this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so all of this has to be blown up 1 extra time. All right, well, let's get that one going. And the drought has ended. Yes, that is great. How are we doing in terms of sort of progress? Well, we are kind of holding steady on the power. It's good. And now we will just slowly start seeing our water go through. At this beginning, I want just the water to flow through in... I don't think I can take this. There we go. Want to go through the natural way here, just so that we get some flow. And at some point, I would like to sort of get it onwards to something else. I hope we will be able to support more and then get a little bit into this location as well. I am just desperately trying to move this, but unfortunately, since I'm now getting robots or getting explosives in from the main base, that means I'm never exporting anything to this base up here, my dam base, and that means it's going to be a little bit slower for the stuff that must come in from this side. And there we go. We now have the entirety of the next level taken out, and also a lot easier way here. Good. Now there's only 1 level left, and I'm going to start in the corner. I'm going to start there. I'm going to start there, and then take this one. So all of this will now be exploded again. Oh, nope, that's not going to be, because these 2 can't be there yet. They will have to be there. And I think they can still reach everything. That's at least the intention. Let's make sure that these get built first, and then it's just a matter of waiting for this. I can start making some more water down here, or getting more water in here. Basically taking... I'd like it to be sort of slushing in there. I wish I could do that, like, so that it... Maybe what if I do all of it and then desynchronize the one of them and go, you can just get the water in. Then there'll still be something flowing forward, but a lot of it will be flowing in here. I think that's good. And at some point when this one's full, then it'll flow backwards. Great. And it only needs to be set up every drought and cycle. And also power-wise, we are starting to see a massive boon here. 11,000 from this. Oh, right. It's because everything here is now slowing down a little bit because it's filling up the reservoir. But otherwise, it would get up to, I don't know, 15, 18,000. I think I could get up to. Well, I don't know. This is a lot, and our reservoir is starting to fill up. All we need is just to blow up the last level. Then we have the difference here. The difference level in 6. That's the height level that we can support with those deep water pumps, and then we'll be building those. Unfortunately, we can't really build them yet, I think. Nope, because that will block off the path, so I have to build it from this path, from this way onwards. But that's just something we can do. No worries. Hopefully we can do it before the next drought. And the final level can now be exploded. All we need to do is watch the explosion and also just take this one out, which is going to be a little bit. Then we will start working on the pumps. There we go. This is the maximum length of the pump. And I will, well, I'm going to go to gears, planks, and metal. Those are not problems in here, I hope. Gears, problem. And metal and planks. Okay, let's just make sure that we are actually importing it. Should have been importing it. You are not importing magic planks, so you will do that now. What about those damn gears? You should be importing them, right? Yes, you are. But then the question probably is, why are you not exporting the gears? You should be exporting gears. Okay, so just get it in here. Right, so that is going to be here. Then I'll just slowly take one of these at a time. Get them in there just to remove this little triangle. So it's a nice rectangular box. Can this be reached? Don't worry, just take it out. As this one gets built, then it will start pumping water from the big reservoir in here, which obviously is a bad idea once it is in it's in production. But then we'll just pause it and only, oh, look at the little, look at that. That was fun. I didn't even notice that before. There. And now I can take that one out and then just continue here. Higher priority. And getting these in here. So we will have this working only during the drought, which is really bad because I should be working it during the wet season. So that's when I can build up my storage here. But I don't know. It is what it is. We'll try it like this, and then we can always just consider. Because right now, as I think about it, I can see that there is a problem. Like if I'm only running this during the drought, then that's when I don't have power. So suddenly I need to start using 2,700 power just to keep this going. This cannot produce 2,700 power, so it's not going to be great. But that's sort of how, basically what I think we should do is make a deep reservoir where we pump into a shallow reservoir, which was actually the whole point of having this, was a shallow reservoir, which will just keep the water flowing here. I also think that I want to get this. Can I just get it up to, probably not to 1.5, and this one will go up to rank 2. There. And I should just go all the way up. So nothing goes in here, but it only, or it has to come over here, and then it flows over. There you go. That's now working. I will be pausing it. It uses a lot of power, but it's a pretty decent little piece of machinery, and they keep exploding. All right, we'll repeat this until the whole thing is done. So now the construction is actually complete, and we have a drought incoming. So let's put it to the test. This is the good and bad part about Timberborn, is you have a theory, you spend an ungodly amount of hours on setting it up, and then you test to see if it works. Let's see if it works. So the idea is this is coming in here and it's flowing nicely. It's 3 wide and it just floats in here. It will now overflow here so that we have filled up our reservoir. I can't even see how deep it is, but if I do this, then I can see that it's exactly 6 tiles deep. And then I'm also just here. These are set to height 1.5 or 1.5. So it'll flow in here and fill up this one first. Then it'll continue out here. Then it'll go through all of these. Each pair, if I look at this is 265 and one that. If I look at another pair here, 230 and 260, I am basically going to say that it's going to be, each pair is about 440. It seems pretty reasonable to look at that. Yes, I think that 440 is basically the flow. Then the question is, how much will that work when I have all of them? So let's first do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And that is 24 pairs of 440. That's about 10,000 horsepower or hamster power or whatever it is. And then let's see. Our charge is complete. All of this is out. And we are disabling this. There we go. Then our demand is significantly lower. I will be taking it here. The drought is starting now. So now the drought is starting and no flow anymore. So I'm going to close this one. There we go. Now that's closed. I will also be closing these. They are also closed. And then I will be pumping this instead. And then see if I can manage to get some kind of flow going here with these pumps. It is... If I can get the whole thing up to 440, which I doubt I can with this supply here, I don't think they can just keep up with the water pressure here. But if I can, then the most important thing is, can they actually pay for themselves? And the answer is no, they cannot. Look at that, it's about 150 each now, and I don't know if it picks up. So that means you need an absolutely absurd amount of this, and this is already putting in 2,800. So I think that the answer to this, like how it should be, is that I build it into a shallow supply, which can then just be opened so that it works during this wet period, and then it pumps in here. Now I can always put in an extra one, but if I put an extra one, I don't really think that's going to be much use. I really wish there was a way that we could see the pumping speed so we could get a measure of it, because if I look at this, it looks like it's sort of steadying now at 170, maybe 180 for each pair, which I guess will be now 180 times 24 pairs. That is only 4,300, so it barely pays for this, but it does pay for it. It pays for it, but not much. And that's kind of the problem here. So what I should be doing is pumping it from a deep water reservoir into a shallow water reservoir. Why does it have to be shallow? Because I have to be able to lower this one gradually so that it flows out at a decent rate. This one, maybe let's say it gets to 180. Then at least we are producing more power now that we're consuming to do this. And I mean, that's not really what I would sort of call a success, but it kind of works, but it could definitely be improved if this little here was much, much bigger. And then this deep one would be over here somewhere. Then we would have like a better flow so we could control the flow out here. At this point, yeah, we're gonna need like, I guess 8 of those. And then the next question is, how fast is it emptying? Because it is actually emptying this reservoir pretty quickly, I guess. And we will then see, look at that, the power is just not keeping up because our demand is also so much better. And we can always just add a few more of these, but the whole point was that if we wanted to try to build something that wasn't relying too heavily on this part. During the night, I think that, well, not really during the night, they are going to be working around the clock because it's robots powering everything at this point. I wouldn't say that it's a failure. It works really well, but it certainly has room for optimization in the sense that I should be pumping during the wet season and into a reservoir, and that reservoir should then be emptying in here and into naturally with just gravity instead of pumping in to feed these, because that's just not enough. This is about 170, yeah, 170, 180 maybe. If I'm really happy, then I can call it 180, but probably 178. And that will give us 4,300. So this is paying for itself, but only barely. Now I want to be a little bit curious about it, because what if, now we kind of have the numbers here. What if I built one more? Would that pay for itself basically? Would this be possible would this be adding more than 700 power to the rest of this network? I think it would, but I am not sure. And well, guess we'll just see. It also means that it pumps faster out of this. We're already halfway down, but at least it's a valid test. So basically, the design should be you pump during the wet season and you gravity during the dry season. That's kind of how it should be. Don't pump in the dry season. That's kind of also kind of logical. But we'll. That was also my intention. But then I got greedy and wanted to install these 12 more wheels and have it sort of go back and forth, which I think is looking super amazing. So let's get this one up, and then we get a sense of how much additional power it will generate. Also, it'll empty we're already 1, 2, 3.5 tiles down. Now we're pumping faster. Let's see how much faster it actually gets once it sort of stabilizes a little bit. Oh, okay. So that's 120 plus 100. So it now goes up to, let's call it 220. It seems like there is a linear connection here. Yeah, let's call it 220. So again, we'll do 220 times 24 pairs. That's 5,800. And then it's actually like the difference is 40 times 24. So it's basically each of these costs 700, but generates about 1,000 power in this setup. But of course, we need a lot more water. Now, building it out here just to have all this as a water reservoir, not a big deal. I could do that, but it's just a little bit tiresome. But I think it's more important to have like a reservoir that we can empty from with gravity during the drought than it is this part, which is not what we have right now. So we'll keep this flowing and just getting a little bit better. Let's have a look at the power now. I'm producing 17,000, so we can actually start putting a little bit of this down here. I wish there was some kind of circuits or some kind of switch off during drought or switch on during drought. That would be really lovely if you could just have a little flag on things. So say this one is switching off during, switching on during droughts, and stuff like these here would be switching off automatically during drought. That would be nice instead of sort of doing it manually. Although, you know, it's not that often, so we can definitely survive, and there's not really an automation game. It is kind of an automation game. Cool. We're going to wrap this up here, and I don't really have any plans for any more content for Timberborn in update 4. So I will see you in another game. There's tons of other games that are really cool to play right now. And also, whenever there's another update to Timberborn, I'm definitely coming back. And then I think it'll be the Folktales time to go. So thank you very much for following along for this series. I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, take care. And as always, stay effective.